What's up, guys? Chris, VA Travels. Happy New Year's. Today's January 1st, and I'm here in Stafford County and visiting Little Falls, a historic home here just on the north side of the Rappahannock. It's also the headquarters to the Patawomeck Indian tribe. So yeah, just gonna take a walk around, check this place out. And before I get going, I just want to say thanks to Brian McCormley, new Patreon subscriber. Appreciate your support. Here we go, guys. And this thing was built in 1915 after the original house had burned down. And somebody had told me it was built in 1915, so if I'm off, I apologize. And yeah, like I say, again, headquarters to the Patawomeck Indian tribe, and they've got a little village set up over there. I'll take a walk around and check that out. And inside they've got a little museum, but I know that there's no filming and no pictures inside, so. And what stands out most is the dormer up there, little window on each side, pretty unique. And the window above the portico there, kind of in a Palladian style, but not quite because it's kind of broken up. But yeah, pretty cool little fan design above the door there. And looks like over here we've got the Robbie Curtis Brown Educational Medical Center. So I guess there's something to check out in there. And you've got bathrooms back there and whatnot. So yeah, I'll just take a walk around, check out the village. Oh, and to let you know, Duff Green, he was a prominent player in Fredericksburg. He was also a Virginia delegate for Stafford and in King George counties, and owned a cotton mill in Falmouth, and also owned a house off of Hanover Street, downtown Fredericksburg. And his great-grandson donated land after he passed away not too long ago. And there's a Duff Green, or it's actually Duff McDuff Green Park just on the other side of the trees there. And there's some hiking trails also that take you down to the river. Plenty of windows on this side, and pretty cool little arched window up there, and big chimney on the back. And you'll see the add-on in the back. Yeah, two-layer porch right there. Okay, so you can see the Rappahannock. Pretty good. Take a look at the back. Oh, yeah, pretty cool chimney right there. Probably a couple flues in there. All right, place to hang out over there with the picnic tables. Yeah, I'll probably walk on down to the river. And we're right across from Smithfield Plantation, maybe a little bit to the left. That's where the Fredericksburg Country Club is. The Pratt family lived there during the Civil War. You've got the same kind of dormer on the back there. Pretty cool. Yeah, that sun feels good. Okay, another arch window over here. And they've got a pretty neat cedar-lined entrance coming in here. Let me check out this plaque. Oh, to let you know, there was a big crossing, pontoon bridges, maybe a little further up, kind of closer to Walmart, but kind of in this area. Union Army crossed over. I believe it was Franklin's Grand Corps that crossed over and set up over there. Slaughter Pen Farm is just over that way. Yeah, and you would have had Union artillery all along the heights here. Let me check this out. Oh, some sort of, is this like a fishing net or something like that? And I know the Patawomecks, they've got these eel nets that they're kind of known for, that they make. I think they do demonstrations. And yeah, here's a John White painting right here. And John White, as I always say, he was part of the settlement at the Roanoke Island. He's the one that showed up on the third voyage, where he showed up and he just saw the letter CRO written on a tree, and the whole place was abandoned. But yeah, he was an artist, and here's one of his pictures, and this is kind of zoomed in. Max, just going over net making and just talking about how it was an essential tool for catching fish. So let me walk over, just walk through this little village. I can also tell you there's a Sherwood Forest plantation home I made a video on. It's a little further east, kind of tucked back there. It's kind of abandoned now, but yeah, I've got a video on that if you want to check it out. To tell you a little bit about the Patawomeck, that's what the Potomac River is named after. And it's an indigenous word for a trading place. I can tell you some famous Patawomeck Indians. Wayne Newton, apparently, is possibly a descendant. He lived in Stafford County for a time. Frederick Douglass, possibly, they think, might have ancestry to the Patawomecks. And some of you guys familiar with Kokum, that was Pocahontas's, I guess, boyfriend before John Rolfe or whatever. And supposedly she may have had a kid with him. And he actually might be a completely fictional character. I'll hover over this, you can pause and read, but yeah, just going over processing maize and nuts. There they are right there. A little fire going. I guess you would have had a kettle or something hanging right there. And the Patawomecks, they were part of the Powhatan Confederacy. And they were originally off of Marlborough Point up in Stafford. And I had read that they had come to this area. They more settled on the banks of the Potomac. We're in the northern neck right now. Like I say, we're just on the north side of the Rappahannock, and then on the other side of the northern neck of the Potomac. And that's kind of, I guess, where their kind of main village was. And it was about the 1300s that they kind of came to this area. What I'd read, I'm not sure how they know all that, but I guess archaeology work. Okay, you can hear the train going by. The ties that bind, making some cordage. And okay, a good source was this yucca plant right here, and you'll see it growing it right over there. Let's see, also taking from the backstrap of lower legs of deer, rawhide cut from deer skin, animal gut, brain tan buckskin. Yeah, so, but pretty valuable tool. Cool, all right, you can walk inside these, and it looks like just some kind of oak bark surrounding these. And yeah, a lot of information. Yeah, if you ever headed down, that's Route 3 right there, just kind of pull on in, you can walk around at any time. Is that an atlatl she's using? It looks like right there, kind of like a throwing stick style. Oh, okay, yeah, throw an atlatl. So the atlatl was the weapon of choice from 6000 BC up to about 1000 BC. That's when the bow and arrow took off. And beginning in 1607, the founding of Jamestown, there were about 160 fighting warriors, Patawomeck Indian warriors, adult men. Pretty cool. All right, so they're kind of growing something over there. Bountiful harvest. And, okay, so there they are, hard at work. When Captain John Smith visited this area, he noted there were about 1,000 acres of corn planted along the Patawomeck River, aka Potomac River. And remember, females, women did the farming in the Native American tribes. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, obviously this time of year nothing's growing, but all right, let me just walk into this little, I don't know what they call this, a wigwam or this little hut. And normally these entrances would be lower. Okay, well, there's nothing in here, I'm sure, in the spring and summertime. They probably got some stuff in here, and yeah, you can hang furs and whatnot right there. But a little antler right there. So you can see they've got the cordage right here, binding these little sticks together. Oh, all right, so they've dug out a canoe over here. And yeah, they would usually wait till a tree fell over, and then they would take just clam shells, oyster shells, yeah, and just kind of scrape them out. That's how they did it. And they would burn, I guess, and then they would scrape out the ash. They would burn the tops of them. And yeah, Native American canoe right here. And you see, this would hold many people. And yeah, there's a lot of signs. I'll hover over a couple of these just so you can pause and read. But yeah, so there they are right there. Like I say, they kind of just scrape them out. Yeah, and they would use those little turkey fans, the turkey feathers, to kind of get them going. But yeah, dugout canoes going with the flow. Let me walk through this one. All right, so this has got a different covering. Antlers right there. Yeah, this material doesn't hold up very well, apparently. Pretty cool. Oh, a smaller hut over here. Plenty of fire pits. A shelter from the cold. Yeah, that would be pretty important. Again, another John White painting. And they were engraved by this Theodore DeBry later on. He kind of fancied them up. But, okay, longhouses. Yeah, there they are. Harvesting the bark. Pretty cool. All right, so just a small one right here. Okay, I like how they have the little door. Okay. And the Patawomecks, they're a state-recognized tribe. And I don't think they got federal recognition. It's really hard to trace your ancestries back. A lot of these areas, they're burned towns. Like during the Civil War, a lot of records were destroyed, so it's kind of hard to trace lineage. Hugh Newton, is he related to Wayne Newton? Just kidding. Yeah, okay, so using the nets there. Cool, crab pot right there. Going to the creek. And I'll just kind of walk over, hover over this real fast. Oh, all right, so big old turkeys right there. Hunting and trapping. Oh, and that tree right there, let me just walk over real fast. There's a little marker I remember. Oh, and I've got drone footage of this place. I was here over the summer, so the drone footage, you're gonna see everything's green and lit up. And it's called Gargantua. It's a state champion tree. It's a Ginkgo. Oh wow, I've never seen a Ginkgo this size. Yeah, I wonder how old this thing is. Yeah, biggest Ginkgo I've ever seen. And this thing's pretty impressive in the summer when it's in bloom. All right, here it is, a full-on shot of Gargantua. And you can see all the turned ginkgo leaves on the ground. Okay, cool. All right, so lastly, I think I'll just walk down by the river, get a look at that. Oh yeah, another shot. This area is called Little Falls because, as you guessed it, there are some little falls somewhere in this area along the Rappahannock. Okay, we're getting down here. I should also tell you, if you want to go inside and visit the museum, check out their website. I believe it's the first and third Saturdays through the spring and in the summer, but you have to hop on the website, and it's about $10–12 to visit. Cool, quite a few trains out this morning. I can hear them. Okay, yeah, here we are. Nice calm river, Rappahannock. We're in the tidewater region, so the river's still tidal. Up until you get to the falls, you enter the Piedmont region of the state. And I'm not seeing these little falls, but yeah, the main falls are just a couple miles up, just past Falmouth. And yeah, John Smith, first European to come up this area, 1608. Got to the falls, had to turn around. Pretty cool. And yeah, it's flowing pretty nicely. Keepers of the Flame. A couple Algonquins over here, another DeBry engraving. Pretty cool, and they've got this pig splayed out. A whole pig is roasted on a hurdle over an open pit. Cool. All right, guys, that's it for my little tour of Little Falls in the Patawomeck village. As always, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.